Hello. I'm trying to speak quietly so I don't wake my housemates up. It's 5 a.m. I've been awake for about an hour and a half. I've been on antibiotics now for a different infection, but I got given extra because it was making me feel better. So it's maybe having an effect on the Lyme. Obviously having an effect on the Lyme. If it made me feel that better that quickly. Like, I went from typical sick Lauren to being really active. Well, moderately active for me, but being able to do a whole day's activity and feel fine and have energy within 2 weeks. Actually, within a week, if I really think about it. I had 4 days of herxing, and then I was like, ooh, it wasn't like back to my old levels, but it was significant. Anyway, I went to see a consultant in Liverpool infectious diseases this week, and he's put me on a high dose of doxy and for a month, and then we're going to review it. And after demanding that I need antibiotics, I'm now questioning that decision, and this is why. Before I even started on antibiotics, I had Candida overgrowth. I know this because all of the symptoms that I got at the beginning of the year from Candida came back. Well, I'm not sure officially if it's Candida, but I was told repeatedly that it was a fungal outbreak. And those included, like, it's kind of like a skinny issue here. It wasn't like dandruff. It's like this stuff that I can pick. It's like a layer on my skin that's grim. And also these tiny red scabby rashes. And around my ears, like this kind of like just scabbiness. I'm really grim right now. I'm so sexy. Hi guys. Oh. Yeah, so I had those, so I already knew that I was having some sort of fungal overgrowth before I started. And that has got progressively worse. Obviously it would, until not tonight, but last night I started having a lot of the symptoms that I had at the beginning of the year that were causing me a lot of distress. So waking up at 3 a.m, feeling really hot. And I've been sleeping in this room in the summer, and I have been a comfortable temperature through the summer, and it's an attic room. It's now winter, November. My window is open and I am boiling. So something's going on. And at the same time that I got my temperature, I've got all the symptoms of getting thrush. I'm really sexy, guys. Yeah, so I think my level of it's thrush, it's Candida, okay? I've got quite high. Now, along with having thrush symptoms, what also came at the same time are full body aches, a tingly, crawly feeling all over my skin, and insomnia. And these were all things I had at the beginning of the year. And I'm starting to wonder how much of my illness was contributed by tick-borne infections. And because according to my consultant, my Lyme should have gone away by now by itself magically. That was the consultant, because not magically, my antibodies will have found a way to fight off the Lyme. I'm not going to ignore all the published scientific papers that suggest that there is a persistent Borrelia form. But there we go. But, you know, I may not have had Lyme in the first place. I may have just always had other tick-borne illnesses. I've definitely got a tick-borne illness on top of this. Anyway, I'm digressing. I just think it's strange that antibiotics made me feel so much better in a week. It could have just been because they were fighting the strep. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, this is 5 a.m. brain, not brain fog. But I'm considering completely coming off antibiotics before, like, tomorrow. Because something just doesn't feel right. The fact that I am hot and the window is wide open on a November evening and I have a summer quilt on. And I'm getting full body itches and tingles. This isn't conducive to healing. And I want everything I do to be conducive to healing. So I'm thinking very strongly, and I'm waiting. All I'm doing is now waiting for my functional medicine practitioner to say, no, don't do it, Lauren, stay on the antibiotics. And if he doesn't, I'm coming off them, because at the end of the day, I've had this for a year. I haven't been given antibiotics yet. I just feel like I need to come off them. For now. I think I will go back to them, but for now I need to come off, and instead I'm going to try Alimed. I'm going to start downing garlic cloves first, because I started doing that a few weeks ago and I was getting intense rage, like full on hated everyone. I just wanted everyone to die. Like, honestly, that's the rage I was feeling. It was awful. But I think that was a sign of die-off. I think I'm going to go back to it, because I know that Alimed has lots of evidence to suggest that it helps to relieve Candida and fight it off. But it also is antibacterial. And so I'm meant to be spending this month on an antibiotic. I'm just thinking maybe I should try a natural one first that will help two birds with one stone kind of thing. I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, I am back to how I was in February. Yay! The circle of life. Only in much better mental health and less brain fog. So I have had big shifts in the past 6 months. Eight months. Anyway, kind of fancy having company now. I really can't sleep. Like, I really can't sleep. I know I'm tired, but I'm just like, like, I feel awful, but not in a sick way like I have before, but just like my whole body is just, it just feels like a gripey, awful, achy, but it's almost like my muscles want to do stuff, like they're waiting for something. There's no, it is an ache, but it's also like, it's like growing pains. I feel awful, but I don't feel sick. I don't feel like, or I don't know. But I am curious to see, I know I bang on about Lyme disease, maybe the two are interlinked, but I'm curious to know how many chronic fatigue patients maybe have a massive Candida overgrowth, because a lot of the people I talk to have insomnia and stuff. I don't know. There will be other stuff going on as well, but yeah, I wonder how much of a cause that is too. And how many people who wake up at 3, because I know a lot of people who just wake up at 3, and that's when I woke up, actually have an underlying Candida overgrowth that hasn't yet resulted in yeast. because our diets at the moment definitely help them, especially like, yeah. Oh, I'm just talking now. There is no proper words and stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing. I read. Another thing, that is part of this is not only do I get really hot, but I get super, super thirsty, like really thirsty. So I'm itchy, I'm hot, I'm achy, and I'm super thirsty. But no brain fog. Yay! And I've got insomnia. I think I'm going to come off antibiotics tomorrow. Sorry, doctors. Sorry, GP, for making such a fuss about getting them. But you were right. I was wrong. You know, we've got to try these things. My life is an experiment. Alright, I'm going to go and have a drink and read some more book. Nosta, get your day. Au revoir.